So good morning, ma'am. So my first question is, what are the different types of assessment your teachers use in assessing your learning?
The different types that my teachers are assessing my learning is sometimes oral or group projects or let's say quizzes. She gives us some quizzes so that we can enhance our learning and the lecture she has given us.
So the second question, how frequently are the following forms of assessment utilized by your teachers?
The following assessment are they are much more frequent in our grade level because our teacher keeps giving us the quizzes, the portfolios, the journals, the projects, so that we can enhance our projects and making them more better and for her to understand our learnings. I mean, for us to understand how her lecture has given impact to us.
So during assessment, do you usually work in group or peers or alone? So do you prefer to work alone or in group? Why?
During our activities, we usually work in groups, but I much prefer that I work alone because there are mga people nga mabigat nga dili matapos.
So here's the fourth question. How often you get a chance to evaluate or assess your own work?
We don't frequently assess our own works because usually we assess our classmates' works or it is usually the teacher who is checking.
So question number 5, do you have any suggestions for how teachers should do assessment to be more helpful for your learning?
Actually, I think learning is more fun when you get to jive with your teacher or kanang kaparihan mo og vibes because you will kanang mas mo enhance tingali imong learning if ang teacher is joyful siya mo teach. Mas maka-learn ka og daghan.
So good evening everyone, I'm Christian Caslamansok, the student of BPID 2. My reflection about the videos I've seen when me and my groupmates conduct an interview of one of the students of the GH Cerelia State College High School Department, I've learned that we must broaden our strategies in making assessments. We must not focus only in one assessment. Let's give the value of different types of assessment like oral, summative, and etc. In giving assessment, it will help them to foster their knowledge and help them to gauge more learning processes.
So good evening everyone, especially to you ma'am, good evening. So I am Jim Christian Dumpur, a student of BPID 2. So here's a reflection on the video that I have seen about assessment learning. We conducted an interview with one of the high school student here at GHCSC Domingal campus. So certainly, here's a reflection on the video that I have seen. So as a future teacher, we need to employ a variety of assessment methods to gauge their learning progress. So these include quizzes, exams, presentation, homework, assignments, and class participation. So during assessment, the teacher sometimes assigned group works or pairs or individual tasks. As a future student teacher, I periodically have opportunities to evaluate or assess to the own work of my students. So the self-assessment allows us to reflect our strengths and weaknesses, promoting self-awareness and deeper understanding of the subject matter. So this process is essential for personal growth and improvement. So in terms of improving the assessment process, I believe as a teacher, we can make it more helpful for our learning by assessment methods can cater to different learning styles, and incorporating formative assessment throughout the learning journey can help students stay on track. So additionally, encouraging students to set their goals foster a sense of ownership and motivations. So in the conclusion that I have seen in the video, I will rounded assessments supplement by self-assessment and clear communication or greatly enhance the learning experience to our future students. So that's all my reflections that I have seen in the video. So thank you everyone.
Good day, everyone. I am Christy Meteor Sais, and this is my reflections about what I heard from the person we interviewed earlier about being given an assessment with peers or alone. So, she completely understands that she preferred to work alone and avoids the burden of working with classmates during assessments. Individual work can have its advantages, such as allowing you to focus solely on your own thoughts and ideas without any external influences. It can also give her a sense of independence and control over her work.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John Andrew T. Silada, and here is my reflection about the assessment and student learning that we conduct an interview on one of the high school students here in GHCC Dumingag campus. So first, as I observed in the video that I've watched, the student that we interviewed, my group mates asked the student about what kind of different assessment her teacher used in assessing learning. And she answered that the different types of learning that or the different types of assessment of learning that her teacher uses are oral recitations, projects, and also quizzes. So I realized that as a future educator, it is important that we are going to use different types of assessment so that we can enhance more their knowledge or learning. And also it's important to assess or teach our student in with a vibes because it gives them more confidence to participate on your class if you and your students are close to you, or should I say you have the same vibes with them.
I am Joanne Saberon Dahirot, and this is my reflection. So during the interview, I overruled her answers about the recent trends of the classroom assessment of the teachers nowadays. And according to her, the teachers, they're using pencil paper test like a quiz test, and also the oral recitations or performance based, and also the journals and portfolios, and this is the project based. And she stated there that she preferred to make an individual projects, or she preferred to make an alone so that they can focus or she can do better, and also less hassle of the group mates. And the last part, she said that during the assessment, it was better or it was effective if the teachers are alive and energetic during the discussion so that the learners it will effective to come up the lessons. So that's all, and thank you.